Shevuot Daf Amud Aleph, around 12 lines down. Amarava Afanana Mityanai also proved to you, like we said earlier, that drinking is part of, when you say I'm eating something, it can include drinking. Mishnah says, Shavua Shelo Echel, someone swears that I will not eat. V'achal v'shita eats and drinks. And Echad once. Yemar Bishlam Mashtiyah B'chal Achilah. It makes sense to say that um, drinking is part of included eating. It's the highest the Romish Tana had to teach us. They don't have a they only have once. Aliyah Machtia La Bechach, but it's drinking is not. Shavua Shlo Chel Ba'achal Ba'asam Lechamid Tzrich Lashmir. They don't have a chad. Why would you teach you that it's not chayav only one? They only have one. The Rosh says the Malay, what you would say. Shia Bechal Chila, drinking is part of eating. And Maseh, for the next part of Mishnah says, Shavua Shlo Ochel V'Shlo Ishteh. Someone swears, I will not eat and I won't drink. Ba'achal V'Shtah Yav Shtayim, eat and drink. He's chayav two. I have two. Kevin Damar Lochel. It sounds like you only have two because he said, I will not eat. It said Lebishtia. Therefore, he said, when he said, I will not eat, he also included, I will not drink. Therefore, when he said, I will not drink, Amar Chayav, why is he Chayav for the second one? Illu Amar Shlo Ishte Trezimne. Right? Mima Chayav Tarate. The guy would have said, I swear I won't drink, I swear I won't drink. He's not Chayav twice, he's Chayav once. But if he already said, I will not eat, and I will not drink, but eating is already including drinking, then technically it should be like repetition and chayav once. Why would it be chayav twice? It says, we say, okay, we hear that, but we're switching at the order. The guy first swore he won't drink, and then he said, swore he won't eat. Drinking is not included in eating, and therefore, if he drinks, he's chayav on the first and the second. Mine. So you say, okay, that's the case. Then what if the guy says, I will not eat and I won't drink? Then he ate and drink. What's the halacha? Only have once. That's the case. Why in the first part of Mishnah teaching you the guy swore I will not eat, then he ate and drank. Once. Then he should have just said, the guy swore I will not eat or drink. Once. And definitely not if he only said I will not eat. But in bigger chidush, the Gemara says no. That really we said earlier. The guy said, I will not eat, then I won't drink. Shani Achi, how come he's chayav twice? Is because Kevin Damar Shlo Achal, one he said, I will not eat. V'had Damar Shlo Shlo, he said, I will not drink. We said we read into what he said, the context. I would say he swore I won't eat, then I said I swear I won't drink. So if he just said I will not eat, that includes drinking. But the fact that he said I will not drink shows you that when he initially said I will not eat, is only referring to eating. Mar Vashem. But in the we also prove from Mishnah. Shavua shlo ochel, someone swear will not eat. Ve'achal ochelin she'en ru'ya lechel, and eat food that's not meant for eating. V'shatam mishkin she'en ru'ya l'shtiyah, and drink drinks that are not meant for drinking. Batur. How do you know chayav? Like if it would have been edible drinks, it'd be chayav. But my why Shavua shlo ochel kamayim that will not eat. The Gemara says so. Yani proof that drinking is included. The Gemara says no. Shavua lo ochel v'shlo l'shtiyah. Mishnah just shortened it, but really. The Mishnah referring to the case of the guy, I swear I won't eat, and he ate non-edible things. Then he meant to say as well, the Mishnah is saying that also I will not drink, and then he drank non-edible drinks. Okay, Shavua Shelo Ochel, someone swears I will not eat. V'achal pat heitin, and he ate wheat barley, then bread and spelt, no chayav once. But then we said the next part of Mishnah is that if the guy says I will not eat wheat, barley, or spelt, and then he ate three, he's chayav each one. So it sounds like the only reason why he have all three because he mentioned all three. The Gemara says maybe he's just trying to exclude other foods. I will not eat the oat bread. And he will be able to eat he will be able to eat oat bread. Why is it that these three are three separate isurim? Maybe it's one isur. And the reason why he mentioned these three is because he only wants these three. He wants to be able to eat other bread. The Gemara says, he should have said Haitinu string v'kusmin. He should have said wheat, barley, spelt, not mentioning bread. The Gemara says, okay. But maybe he also wanted to say that he can't chew. He'd be able to chew it while raw. Sorry, if you said bread, if you just said wheat, barley, and not saying bread, you might think that he'd be able to eat it while raw, and therefore be able to only asur. You only can't eat it while raw, but you'll be able to eat it as bread. And where it says the pat I will not eat. You should have said bread, wheat, what bread of wheat, barley, or spelt. You don't have to mention bread each time. Where it says maybe he said only time I can't eat wheat bread. Maybe I can't chew raw barley or spelt, and therefore he'd be able to eat barley and spelt bread. If that's the case, pat heitin, vishel seorin, vishel kuzmin. She said wheat bread and of barley and of spelt. But then I eat out of it. But maybe that means he would only be a Oser on himself, excluding himself to eat a mixture of these breads. He had multi-grain bread. However, if it's just one, it'd be okay. Whereas says Emma, if that's the case, he could have said v'chen shel seorim, v'chen shel kusmin, like that, and like barley, and like spelt. Pat pat. Let me. Why did it mention bread each time? From me that we learned from Mishnah that in this case he obviously was saying, I don't want to be chayav. I want separate swearings for each type of bread. Okay. Shuash lo shtes. Someone says even not drink. Mishtamashkin Harbe, drink a lot of drinks. And Chayav once. But then if he swore, I will not drink wine, oil, or honey, it's Chayav for each one. The Mishnah mentions in the first case that in the first case, we have to mention the separate cases of one or three because there's a teacher that bread teaches you a Chayav for each type of bread. In the case of the drink, what else could he have said? Maybe he's just trying to say, I only want to swear on wine, oil, or honey, but I'm able to have soda. Where it says, that's the case, a case where we have these three things in front of him. He could have just said instead, I will not drink these. That would have excluded other things that we making mutar. Therefore, since he separated it, must be separate isurim. Ella Damarsh with him that's the case. Elu Hud Loshtitina. Maybe he says that I won't drink these three specific cups of honey, oil, or honey, or water, or whatever, of wine, but I will be able to drink other types of honey. Maybe that's what would happen. The more says, Elash Damash Wash Loshatina Kikona. Maybe we could have said, I will not drink like these drinks. Where it says, Dama Kikona Elo de Loshatina. Maybe this is like these drinks I won't drink, but maybe I'll drink more or less. Meaning, maybe we'll look at it. If it's like these, maybe it means the size. I'll drink the cup. Maybe I'll drink more than a cup or half a cup of mutar. Maybe he could have said, I won't drink from these type of drinks. The Gemara says, maybe that means he's swearing on other cups of wine, oil, or honey, but these cups be mutar. The Gemara says, Emma, therefore let him say, I will not drink by these or their types. And that's how I would have accomplished it. But the fact that he said wine, oil, and honey, it teaches you that he mentioned to make Isur with each one. Okay, to my case where his friend is driving him crazy to drink it. Then if he told his friend, the guy told his friend, Bo, come sit, drink with me wine, oil, and honey. And he could have just said, I swear I won't drink with you. But instead, Yain B'Shem and Dvash Lamli, why did he spell it out each one? You want to make a separate Shevuot for each. Tanata, Mishnah says, Tenli Heitin Us Orin Bekusmin Shiesh Li Biadcha. Someone says, hey, give me the wheat, barley, and spelt that you owe me. And the guy responds, Shevuah She'en Lecha B'Yadai Klum. I don't, you have nothing of yours by me, I don't owe you anything. And he's proven wrong, he doesn't have one korban. The guy said, I swear, you don't have wheat, barley, or spelt, for each one. Rabbi says, even if he denies the perutav between all of them, they can combine to make him chayav a korban. Okay, now, so Ani has got a third of a perutav of wheat and a third of barley, a third of spelt. They can combine into one perutav, which chayav a korban. Okay, Rabbi have a machloket. I won't say that the Mishnah that says Yechayav for each one means Yechayav for each type of grain, which is the Pashut Pshat. He says he's not Chayav for the actual denial regarding all the korbanot, all the grains. The other opinion holds not Yechayav even if you deny them all. What in the case of our Mishnah regarding the not eating the breads? Do they have in Machloket where it says you can't compare? In the case of where the guy says you owe it to me. The guy's chayav for a general denial and also for specifying the items. Because if you were to make separate swearings regarding the same money, mechayav does be chayav twice. In the case of the drinks, he might think that the generals is good enough to swear on. Why would be chayav for separate oaths for each grain? Mushba who's already chayav previously, and therefore you can't double down on the same thing. You can't swear twice. I will not drink. I will not drink. Therefore. Rabbi Achan Ravina would agree in this case that you're chayav only in the three korbanot. Okay. Shevuah Shlo Achal, our Mishnah mentions next. The Shevuah, he swears that he will not eat. Hagufa kasha. Our Mishnah made of contradictions seemingly. Amar, the Mishnah said, Shevuot lo achel. The Mishnah said that if someone swears, I will not eat, v'achal achlin, she'enru in lechel, then he ate food, unedible foods, v'shtam mashkin, she'enru shtiai, drinks that are not edible, patur, patur. B'haratan shevuot lo achel, then the Mishnah says, if a guy swears, I will not eat, v'chal mevotere food, he ate non-allowed or non-edible items, chayav yechayav, ma'ishna reisha the patur, ma'ishna chayav, why did the first part Mishnah say patur, and second say chayav? Where's the halakha shas nasira? Reisha b'stam. In the first case, he says, I will not eat, swearing, he did not include things that are asur. That's why in the beginning he's patur. But the second case where he swore on this isur stuff, he specified it, therefore he's chayav. Tomorrow says, one second, how would you be chayav even if you mentioned that you already swore to Hashem that you are not allowed to eat it? Why would you be chayav? Tomorrow says, same thing you had before. Rav Shmuel ben Rabbi Yochanan. It's not a case where we allow you to include things that are mutar into things that are asur. So the guy swears, I won't eat an olive and a pig, even though he's already swearing on even though he already is not allowed to eat the pig, the mutar things adds another shavua. You can stack it. You can't find this type of case except in the following situations. Even if he says specifically, I won't eat even a less than a kezayit, which he was not chayav with otherwise. But if he said no specification, even if the cultural person says that he can make himself chayav even for a minute amount, he has not to specify it, and therefore he can add a no isur. Now, I'm answering what didn't explain the previous Lakish. The Mokim Lamatin Kitivrakol, because Rabbi Yochanan says the Mishnah is according to everybody, and therefore I don't want to say it is according to Lakish. Now, the Lakish, my time I love Rabbi Yochanan. How come Lakish did not agree with Rabbi Yochanan? Rabbi Yochanan answer him. When do we say that an isur can stack? That's referring to an isur that quote unquote comes by itself, like Yom Kippur. So if I decide to eat a Nevilah on Yom Kippur, I only have once because for eating Yom Kippur because I was already unable to eat in Yom Kippur. Therefore, if I ate something asur in Yom Kippur, it's still only have one. The Isur Haba Me'aliyah Asman, but he says that if a person were to eat something that is chayav because of himself, meaning he swore on it, that can stack. That means the Kodesh Lakish, who says that the Mishnah is talking about a case where the guy swore not to eat something under a kezayit. Mishum hachi kapatar mishum natura mishum seri patur. Timer it says mishum rishon knows koshu makot. Any amount, minute amount, is a chayav of a isur food is chayav for makot. V'lamru kezayit like korban. When you say you're chayav for a korban for a kezayit, it's to make you chayav for a korban. Korban hatat. Rabbi Yochanan, who said the Mishnah, this says that it's talking about a case where you're adding Shevuot, you're stacking Shevuot, stacking swearings. My time Rabbi Shimon Pater, Hakim Rabbi Shimon Pater. My time meet the who's Tamad Lamishum Isur Klil. Says the Mishnah must be talking about a case. The whole point of the Mishnah is obviously referring to stacking Isurim. Rabbi Shimon holds according like that. That Isur Klil, he holds that you don't stack Isurim. The time Rabbi says Rabbi Shimon holds a person is in Nevilah Yom Kippur Patur. Therefore, our Mishnah holds like that you can't stack Isurim. And that's how we fit it. We'll stop here.